Dance is so expressive in the way it acts that it causes its own momentum, it causes its own spark feeling. It's like energy, it just gets passed on, it doesn't die. Those moments of passion where you can express it outwardly, it's an unreal experience. It's a type of language where you don't have words. It's about expression, it's about movement, and so that's how you communicate.
Dance is such a universal language, which I think is so cool. And I can just walk up to a stranger and dance with them, and we can have a great time, we can have special moments.
I think dance can be life-changing. Dance is one of my happy places. When you're on stage, you just feel like, oh wow, like it's different.
I just find dancing the most pleasurable.
Yeah, at that point, you're like, I need it. Like, you just go and you don't stop.
Dance just makes me feel so alive, and I feel like you could do it at any age. It doesn't have to be perfect. Letting the emotions out and not caring about, what other people think or what you look like, but just feeling it.
Dance gave me happiness when I was 16-year-old. Dance gave me exposure to the world.
Dance is here, and dance has always been here. Dance is me, that makes up who I am. So if you ask me, what will your life be without dancing? I'll be like, I'll be a different person. I can't imagine my life without dance.
It is rewarding on several levels, and it's just a part of me. It's just a part of personality.
Like, I don't need to speak to the person. You can talk through dancing, and I think that's really, really beautiful.
I'm 27, and I've stopped dancing since I was 18, so I am on a mission, probably a lifelong mission, to keep finding reasons to dance, keep finding types of dance that I love, keep finding groups and communities that are welcoming and want to do this unifying language. The community of dance is tied together through movement and sound, and it's not just one genre of dance. And you celebrate all of your experiences, and you get inspired, and you see joy, and those moments of passion where you can express it outwardly. There's no right way or wrong way to do it, but there's other languages that kind of converse through, because you can't talk. So it's interesting when you speak a different dialect of a language where you can slightly understand, but not really. You could be dancing ballet and all of a sudden you move into jazz or contemporary and it flows naturally. And you communicate from two different worlds and it becomes fun.
So when I was younger, there was like those Chinese traditional dances. I would be in Chinese school and my mom would be like, oh, would you like to join that? And I never had an interest in that. And that was the only type of dance that I saw. So I didn't see a lot of Asians dancing things like hip hop or ballet or, and all the other different types of styles. It was different. I felt different. But I really wanted to learn something new and, break out of my comfort zone. When I went into the Latin dance scene, it just was so much more lively, and I felt like more supported, and it didn't matter if you started dancing when you were young or started dancing currently. There's people of all different cultural backgrounds coming into class and just celebrating movement. It is crazy how when you enter a classroom, you just kind of leave your mind at the door, you forget about work stresses, anything that happens in your life, and you just focus on what's in front of you, and living presently. Letting yourself be creative and express and leave everything on the dance floor. Dance has become such a big part of my life right now. It would be hard finding another outlet. Dancing is a way to communicate and also connect with other people. And I noticed the sense of community in the Latin community when I would be performing and I would put my energy out, and just having the audience, throw their energy back at me, it helped me perform even better and just elevated my dancing, I think, just passing our energies along to each other. And it was really fun to connect with an audience. You could see it in people's faces when they're smiling, and then it makes you smile as well, and just more enjoyable having that community aspect.
I moved to Canada when I was 14 years old. When I was a kid, I always enjoyed dancing. I did a lot of Chinese folklore dancing, but that was something that I feel like I had to give up when I moved to Canada. And inside my heart, it was always a little bit sad because dancing just brought me so much joy when I was a kid. I still have footages, or my parents have video footages of me refusing to get off the stage. As a child and growing up to be the adult I am today, I always inside my heart had a little actress, a little dancer diva inside me. So I get to fulfill that as an adult, which is amazing. And I started with Mambo when I first moved to Calgary, and I was a little bit lonely. A lot of my friends remained in Ontario. I did my university in Ontario. So I moved here for a job and a boy, and the job and the boy didn't last, but dance did, which is amazing. So I think dancing with Mambo production, and later on especially having my own team, Lucy's Angels, what it did is it created a safe zone for a lot of these women, and now I have guys too that are in my program, which is incredible. I really celebrate this safe place for everybody to come together, and because at the end of the day, nobody's really a professional. We're not here to force our students to become like the New York Ballet. We're here to create a place for them to be able to express themselves, for them to be able to kind of shake off the day-to-day. And I feel like you shouldn't be taken granted to be able to experience what you love and to love what you experience. Recently had a baby. It's our first baby. She's incredible. She's 7 weeks old now. And to go through that, it is really hard not to doubt yourself at the end of the day. It's really hard not to think about the what if situations, but that does keep you at night at like very inconvenient times. So having dance, now that I'm back to teaching, even just last night, being able to be in the studio for 3 hours with my people and being physically exhausted at the end, you really don't have the mental space anymore to kind of have these white noise in the background just kind of gnawing at you. So I had a great sleep, and I didn't think about the what ifs in life. Dance has really kind of opened up my world in terms of traveling, meeting people, and just growing into be the woman that I am today.
I had a 10-year period when I was not dancing, simply because university opportunities, moving 10 times over the span of those 10 years. So I found myself looking for opportunities. Where can I go dancing? I just find dancing the most pleasurable. And rediscovering that after the 10-year gap was like, oh, how could I live without doing this for so long? This is fun, and now I remember, and I want to do it for the rest of my life.
It's definitely, like when I go a couple of weeks without going to social dancing, like it feels off, like something is like off in my life. I literally need the social dance to feel some kind of, peace. And I don't think I'm the only one. I've talked to multiple people, and I think they have maybe like the extremes differ a little bit, but the same concept. Like dancing for them is like what gives them a little bit of peace in their life.
A lot of people define themselves, and some people say I'm a mom, or whatever the profession they are. For me, I'm not one thing or two things, and just being a dancer, especially rediscovering it after the long break of not dancing, was finding out that, oh, this is something that I just love doing. It is rewarding on several levels, and it's just a part of me. It's just a part of personality, I think. Sometimes I've been struggling with spiraling down, right? When you have an issue or you're going through tough times, it's really easy to fall into negative patterns and spiral down and feel off or have anxiety. And I'm not an anxious person by design. And I think one of those things why I'm not an anxious person is when I feel that it's coming, like while the spiral down is really easy, you kind of have to take action and active steps to get into something positive. So dancing is one of those things, precisely because it immerses you so much into the activity. There's no space to think about anything else. Is he gonna do a double spin, triple spin? What's gonna happen afterwards? Is it gonna be a dip? So there are so many elements to dive into that it sort of moves you from those things that are bothering you in real life, and it just shows you a little world of, you don't have to think about that all the time.
When you dance when you're a kid, you're so happy, and you don't even have to explain why you're happy. There's enough light in you that you feel excited about everything. When you get older and you stop dancing, you lose touch of what you were like when you were a kid, when you just found joy. And you're separate people from when you were that kid to become this person. You lose a part of yourself when you think about not dancing as a career long term. And I was about 17 when everybody's talking about what they want to do out of high school, what careers they're going to go into. I, right at the get-go, was told that because of how my ankle cracks, because of my tendon making a different noise than the other girls, that nobody would want me. I fought it for a little bit of time, but it stays in your head, the voice of not being wanted. You start believing it, that nobody would want you to be a part of their organization and that people won't want you to dance. When I got out of high school and I came to terms of I wasn't going to do it professionally, and I was going to finish up my recreational time and move on with my life. I finished the last couple years and months feeling like it was gone, that my time with what I was feeling and what I wanted from dance was, it had a time stamp, and it had an expiry date, that I had an expiry date. And it was like flipping a page of a book and having no text after. Dancing after that almost is soulless. There's no feeling behind it. There's no response that you're getting back from the music and from the movements before. Is very empty. So you have to keep looking. you have to keep finding what makes you happy. Because if you don't, then you're just here. You're just this, and what is this? I think we all have a purpose in life to do something that we're passionate about, to feel good feelings, hope, joy, excitement for things that you're doing or that you want to do. Dance has always been a part of me, and having that separately, I'm a different person, I'm a different individual, and getting that person back becomes the lifelong mission of finding yourself again, finding your happiness, that things that made you happy again.
Dance gave me happiness when I was 16-year-old. Dance gave me exposure to the world. Dance gave me so many perks in my life. I would never ever think to go to another profession. I'll stick to my dance. I stick to my choreography. I stick to my spark production. I'll stick to my dance forever because it gives you joy. And I see so many people on different facets of life, and I believe that the interaction of people through dance is such a beautiful moment. You create something out of nothing. The music, the dance, people, costume, stage shows, light, action. So it is amazing. So dance, I believe if dance is a blood type, you'll find it in my blood. So maybe dance is dance.
Yeah, so many of our students have never done Bollywood before. They may have done other genres of dance, but have not done Bollywood, and they've come to us, and now they're dancing their hearts away. Bollywood, it's our happy dance. So anything that you do, you express it wholeheartedly. Big smiles, like Vishal always tells them, you guys don't dance with your smile, you're going to be doing a solo. So everybody, they don't want to do a solo, they'll be smiling that entire time. So we always say that's our happy dance. You just do it wholeheartedly. Yes, there are different emotions in it, but for the most part, it's party. It's party time. It's a happy time.
And then also, I mean to say, in all seriousness, lots of people, lots of students from past 20 years, once they come to our dance classes, they don't worry about their problems. They come to our classes and they're enjoying themselves and also socializing with different aspect in life, different people to interact with different people, and also they are so happy about it. It's like mind, body, soul, right? They have to work because they have to learn the choreography for mind. And the body is moving because every part of body is moving. So it's not like a straight kind of a walking around and just straight walk. It's like a whole body, and mind and soul is happy. So it's always it's a happy dance. So it's basically it's a happy hour without alcohol.
You get your own goosebumps while performing it on stage. Seeing people makes me nervous, but when you're on stage and the light's on you, you barely see anybody's faces. but then you hear them, then even though you don't feel as confident executing it, when you hear your friends or your family cheering for you, then it was like, okay, it gives you more confidence and it makes you want to perform like at your top, and it's a great feeling. Dancing kind of is my happy place. Well, it is my happy place because it makes me like express myself in a different way where I don't have to verbally say anything. And it gives me good memories. It reminds me of good memories with my grandparents because they do dance too, and even just at home you see them. It creates a comfort within me. So, and it's like even for other people it's like stress relieving or somewhere where you don't have to think or be stressed like with your mind or anything. You're at peace kind of and having fun, and that's kind of how I feel dancing. When I was a kid, my grandparents inspired me to dance. Just seeing them like in the living room dancing to like music at any time, doesn't have to be like Latin dance kind of thing or like waltz. They're just enjoying and happy right in the moment. So that kind of gave me like a good memory that settled in within me. So every time I dance, that's one of the things that when I freak out or when I'm nervous, I just think about it. I'm like, oh, it's okay. It's just something for fun, something to be happy and enjoy.
I grew up as a westernized Chinese Canadian. So a lot of the culture, I believe, like I'm more of a Canadian than I am Chinese, I guess. But I've never felt left out or an outsider when I'm part of the Latin dance community. I feel it's very inclusive, and a lot of the community is visual minority as well. So I feel that what bonds us all is that universal language of dance, and how we can all kind of, it doesn't matter what religion you're from, it doesn't matter what culture you're from, it doesn't matter what language you speak. We're all there to learn dance and learn that universal language. We're there to have fun together, and we're there to struggle together, and at the end you become closer. Dance to me, there's so many things that I can say that dance means to me, but dance brings me so much joy. If I have a stressful day, I know that if I go dancing, it will just lift my spirits up. Dance has also humbled me in a way that nothing else has. It's challenging that I don't get bored of it, and just when you think you have a handle on things, you go to an international dance conference and you see all of the amazing professionals, you just get re-inspired and maybe down on yourself a little bit, but it definitely humbles me. It brings me closer to people. It connects me to, an audience or other people. It lets me express my emotions that words can't. So it's a huge part of my life, and I call it a hobby, but really it's part of my life now, and I've been doing it the last couple of decades. So, and I don't see it stopping. It's almost like a drug. It's addicting. So yeah, it's a huge part of my life, and it is the love of my life.